This is Friday afternoon, and we're up getting after it. We got Butch and Tiger. It's happened real quick. We're just about to where we were going to do some hunting, and we were going to do a little bit of a jibber jabber. And there's a big old gobbler that's just off this rise, about 150 yards behind us. So we're going to make a move right now. And there's a really good chance we're going to get a turkey on the ground here early, hardly before we even get started this afternoon. So we've had some great luck, and we're hoping to add to it right now.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
See that bigger tree? Who's going to shoot first? The bigger tree. See the bigger tree? They're behind that about 40 yards. There's a bunch of toms down here. You're gonna have to be ready. I think the whole herd's coming. Should we get up and ready? Not yet. Should we get up and ready? Not yet. I'm gonna come back to you. Okay? Get to where you can shoot, guys. That was pretty exciting for a minute there.
Oh, yes.
So we just had a really close encounter, as you guys saw. The hen came up, saw us. I mean, how in the world do you hide 4 grown men like this with a decoy like this? But calling, talking, and seeing that fan, it just holds them. And so she settled down. All of the toms came. So I had to, I mean, the bank was so steep that I had to walk right up, and you heard him putt. Like, he busted me. And yet I went to calling, and they settled right back down again and come right through, offered a shot if they were gobblers. And so that was that was really, really cool. But as I said back at the rig, I got Tiger and Butch coming in from Arkansas, and if you guys have bow hunted a minute, you have shot their targets, the morel targets out of Arkansas. So it has been our pleasure to hunt with them for the last many years here out here in South Dakota, and it's one of our highlights of our hunts. And so they've joined us starting this afternoon, and this was our first setup. We had them probably at 15 yards, and they're looking for longbeard, so they held off on the trigger. But welcome to camp, Tiger and Butch.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to get it started.
We located about several gobblers in these trees down in this creek bottom. So the cool part, it was only 3 miles from camp, so we came down. We had to cross the creek. We crossed the creek with success. Nobody fell in, and really quiet. Now we're gonna work around while it's still dark and get around on the other side of them where we think they're gonna pitch down and move this morning. So we're hoping Butch and Tiger get some shooting in this morning, and then we're gonna send Austin to our south and back to the east, where we think there's another draw that's gonna hold some turkeys, and he's gonna do some leg work for us and do some scouting. So we're gonna get moving before it gets daylight, but right now we're feeling pretty good. That's the way we do it, baby. Don't move, don't move. Don't move, don't move. They're gonna come over to him. Start. So Ken went to make a deposit.
That's pretty awesome, ain't it, guys?
And while he was gone, we had a couple birds come in. 4 birds come in, 3 jakes, 1 tom. So luckily Ken left the van. So I decided to put my phone in. Give this a go. Good job, good shot.
South Dakota prairie, baby.
That was awesome. Should we go take a look at the bird?
Let's go take a look.
What just happened will most likely never happen again. We had gobblers to our south, gobblers to our north, and I had called to them, let them know we're here, and then a bunch of gobblers, what ended up being jakes, were close to us with a few hens. We watched some hens off of a big tall tree, 3 hens fly off into the field. So, and then everything went quiet. So I said, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, relieve myself. And while I was doing that, the big tom that was way to our north, it made its way to us. And as I'm finishing up, he gobbled. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he was coming straight in to where I had been calling. And he sat here next to me, drumming and gobbling. I couldn't move. I just laid flat on the ground for 10 minutes. And then either Butch or Tiger started hitting a call in the draw the little finger draw. I just left him and pulled him right over. They shot him, killed him, while I'm sitting here laying on the ground. And the whole bottom erupted with gobbles, and it pulled all 3 jakes, all the hens, right up to this flopping tom. They went right beside me and just flew over the creek that we crossed earlier this morning. So That is unreal how that just played out. But we got a big longbeard on the ground, and I'm gonna go walk up to him right now.
That's a longbeard.
Gosh, he's a good looking bird. That's a Merriam. Good looking beard.
Look at the spurs.
Decent spurs.
Pretty good.
Man, I'm telling you right now. What a bird.
That was fun.
Great stuff, great stuff. South Dakota. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Buddy, it don't get no better than this right here.
So the truck was full after a little bit of brunch. They tell me to take my car into town. They're gonna meet us. We're gonna kind of sprawl out from there. Go find whatever turkeys are out there to shoot. And they took hours. I'm telling you, hours. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't know where they are. They didn't have service. Finally, I get a text message from Ken. Hey, we're coming into town. They roll up, and they've been on a turkey this whole time. I'm like, oh shoot, I should have been there. Wish I would have been there. But Tiger was able to tell me the story, and they got some footage to accompany it. This is what they were doing.
We were working a creek bottom. We had seen some birds off the road, so we slipped around, got around on them, and while we were trying to get in position, I heard a bird gobble up on top behind us. So we crossed the creek and got up on top of the hill, and we just started working the edge along the top of the creek, and we spotted a couple birds, and they were going away from us. So Ken got out the fan, and we just kept easing our way towards them a little bit at a time, and they kept wanting to go away from us. So we had to push it, and we were belly crawling. We belly crawled about 100 yards across the field, and we finally got in their wheelhouse, and the Jake finally left the hens and started working our way, and the longbeard, he couldn't take it. So he had to come on in, and then I killed him and he killed me.
Scope got me.
When you're shooting these turkey loads, and he was shooting 3.5 inch, and we're belly crawling, and you have optics on your shotgun, and specifically this was with a scope on it, you know, your eye relief is usually pretty strong, but when you're crawling and shooting prone, those things can happen, and you get kind of in an odd position.
That's exactly what it was.
And Tiger got smoked, just about as hard of a scope bite I've ever seen. But we got, the good news is we got I mean, he busted one of the darkest feathered turkeys we've ever killed in South Dakota. It is the darkest. I mean, it just is. And so I don't know if this is a Rio, or I mean, it almost looks like it's got Eastern in it. But mature gobbler, and we're thrilled to death for that. But we got to get Tiger, get this turkey loaded in the rig, and get back to the truck. And luckily, we're just a couple miles from town. We can get some treatment for him, and see what we're gonna do here. But definitely get him some Tylenol, because I got a hunch his head's gonna be pounding in just a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot the beer can chicken. Yeah,
see if we can hear some gobbles this afternoon, and maybe not actually get any shooting, but just know that they're in here. Then we can slide in here tomorrow morning in the pre-dawn and set up and have a nice morning hunt for Tiger and Butch. So they only have one tag left, so a piece, so we're right down to not having any tags left. Too much success. At one time, 4 years ago, there was 106 turkeys roosting in this spot. So I'm gonna say there'll be a minimum of 20-25. There's an open field and really a good staging area before they fly up. We'll call into it and see if we get any response. So they'll pitch over the creek and come right in. All week, this old raspy hen has been pounding. They really like this white gull. They just like this call. I'm not very good at calling, but this one, they like the sound of it. I think it's really a natural, a lot of these hens sound like out here. There's a bunch of turkeys. Yep. Walk into the creek and see what we're up against for tomorrow morning. Because right now, we're telling a story. The story is the adventure of the Merriam gobbler being shot in the face.
Walk all the way across.
Look
right
at
here.
that. Look at
All
that.
the way across.
We are in good shape.
It's hard bottom right here. It's all rock.
Man, it is Sunday morning. We got a lot of gobblers. Gobblers in these trees here. Right there in those trees. We got Butch and Tiger set up right here on this ridge. We're gonna just slide down there, see if we can't pull them right in front of them. Trying to get you to shoot.
I was waiting for you to shoot him.
I was saying shoot, bud, shoot.
I was waiting. I thought that other long. Did we get him? Y'all think we got him?
I don't know if he's flopping over there or not. He's probably not. Crazy. I kept trying to get Butch to shoot. Guys, that ain't gonna work. Was he telling you to shoot?
I was telling him to
But
shoot.
I thought he was saying to shoot.
No, I was telling
And
him.
I could have shot easy.
Dude, look at me. You're the first shooter.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
I want that turkey on the ground, bar none, period.
did we knock him out of the air though?
No.
No.
He'd be flopping and flipping.
Crap, I thought we knocked him out
I
of the
thought
air.
you Arkansas were stone cold killers.
I guess not.
I should have shot him when he was standing right there.
It didn't matter, just wherever.
I'll tell you this, I ain't gonna give you that long next time.
I should have shot. Man, I could have killed him so many times. I should have pulled the trigger.
We're trying to do Mission Impossible right here. We got a long-beard, some jakes and hens across this straight draw right here at about 400 yards. And they come in sight, out of sight, feeding in sight, out of the brush, and then back in, and we're just going super slow. We got Butch right here trying to get his second bird. But this won't be easy. Believe the longbeard's leading the way. I know it. Right there. There he is. Couldn't get on him fast enough.
He popped up right in front of us, both of them. But it was too late.
My idea was to come up to this edge and just look real slow. Then, if I didn't see anything, hit the soft call.
But they were here.
Huh?
But they were here.
Yeah, they beat us to the gate. That was close.
Close.
That was real close. All right, back to the drawing board, boys.
See it?
Not now, but where? Right there. Tom. Nope, man.
I told you there's a bunch more in them brush.
We're working this flat, trying to get up to some trees, and maybe we're going to try to do some calling, but there's probably close to 12 birds. I only saw the gobbler, so anyway, we got Butch. Connor and I, we're going to slither through these trees in this low little ditch, trying to get the advantage, and then we'll see if we can get eyes on them and put a final stalk on them. And I can't believe that they're right by those trees.
Got him.
That's how we roll, buddy.
That's how we roll. I think he's a jake, but I'm not 100% sure, but I don't care. He was like in our face, man.
He come up out of that ditch and I didn't see him.
I did, and I was like, move to your right.
Could you see him?
Yeah, I can see him.
It was tough because the rest of the birds left and he's the only one that came.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like 8 birds that just walked away, and I could see other redheads, but when he made the turn and started coming, then I could never tell, even till you shot.
I was so proud to get him.
Yeah.
We got a goose trying to come in over there now.
Killer shot, Butch.
Oh, I'm proud to get him, man. Oh yeah, he's a nice bird. Turkey meat for the freezer.
Oh boy.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
About cut his head off.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see.
Good shooting.
Yeah, he's a dandy now. Like a Jake, but hey, he'll work. Look at that right there.
1, 2.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Let's see here. Just a cool.